Hi, my name is Jervin Justin. I am the product manager for NI TestStand, and I'm standing in front of the automated test and DAC pavilion here at NI Week 2012. And what I'm going to be doing is demonstrating the NI TestStand mobile device parallel test demo. What this is a demo showing how we can test multiple devices in parallel using NI's PXI platform and our automated test software. In this case, we're testing 4 Android phones in parallel. The basic idea behind this is, let's say for example that we're doing 4 different tests on every single cell phone: an audio test, a video test, a GPS test, as well as a power consumption test. And we have one instrument for each of these tests. And say for example, testing one phone, doing all 4 tests on one phone takes about 20 seconds in general. You would imagine to test 4 phones, it'd take 4 times as long, about 80 seconds. Say for instance we're having a really good year, sales have really picked up, and we need to produce a bunch more of these, and we want to increase our throughput. The obvious way to increase throughput is to have more of these testers, which is, sure, you can do that, but it also multiplies your cost, because each time you have a new tester, you're buying a new rack, a new PXI system, and everything. What you can do instead is take advantage of some of the parallel testing capabilities of our hardware and software, where you can test multiple devices using just one set of instruments, the same set of instruments. So in this demo, what we'll be doing is taking advantage of multi-core processors and the fact that we have a switch in here, and we'll be testing all 4 of these devices using just one set of instruments. And by switching to this parallel option in our software NI TestStand, which is really just a configuration that you change in the software, this drastically reduces the test time from that 80 seconds we talked about before to about 30 to 40 seconds. Just by changing a configuration. Now you might be wondering why I didn't take it all the way down to the original 20 seconds that we would have tested one phone. And that's really because we're sharing instruments over here, and the tests are sequenced in a static fashion. So while the first phone is running its first test, the other phones are waiting and not really testing until it's done. And as soon as it's done with its first test, it moves on to its second test, and then phone number 2 starts the first test, and so on, because it's in a static order of those tests. One of the nice benefits of NI TestStand is it has this functionality called auto-scheduling, which essentially means we're automatically, dynamically rearranging the order of the steps or the tests that are executing based on what instruments are currently free at any given time. What this means is, rather than waiting for phone 1 to complete its test execution of test 1, we're actually jumping straight to one of the other tests on phone number 2, another test on phone number 3, and another test on phone number 4. And TestStand will automatically rearrange which test to run at any given time based on what instrument is currently free at any given time. And this again drastically reduces our test time almost down to that original 20 seconds without any additional hardware except for the switch that we added, and no additional software. So it can drastically reduce your test throughput without increasing your test cost very much at all. Thanks for listening to my demo.